So, person doing the last time this time is a me. Yay.
Daniel, go.
You shush. So, in the aftermath of the discussion between Riven and Locke and how she should not use the Axis and that they were killing her and all this other, the clerics and paladins had placed Riven in a cell away from all of her gear and all of the Axe's influence, and the hope was to somehow, or the hope was that she would recover, and Byrn went in to try to see if he could help her, and he did okay, but it was like talking to a brick wall. It was not easy. And it was two stubborn characters interacting with each other, so it was very tense. And while he did that, Locke went and spoke with the blacksmith to learn a little bit more about what could be done and to chat with him for a bit. And the blacksmith basically gave him Silver Sword and then offered them a chance to get something for their friend Riven if they was to take the trials, or of course they could just take the trials and get more weapons if they so choose. But he basically treated the conversation as a trial in and of itself and gave the sword for free, Silver Sword for free. And then Oak had went out after finding a tree in a forest and rolling and failing and taking way too long. He had
getting lost in the forest trying to find trees. Yes. Only Oak.
And see, it makes
Alistair could do it too, frankly, but this is not the right world for him.
It's ironic for Oak to have trouble finding a tree because Oak, but whatever. And then Cal came along to talk to Riven, and Riven, hearing it from Locke prior that Cal was coming, Riven got even more upset, and she told Locke how she was feeling and mentioned that perhaps he could do. She wished that there was a way for him to see her past in some capacity, see her nightmares, and then Locke left, and then Cal went in, and it was
cry
hugs.
Fest.
It was hugs and
cry
then
fest.
break. Yeah, that. And so the conversation between Riven and Cal is going to happen later because Riven basically was crying and then passed out. So it's going to be a bit. But Cal is going to stay by her side until they can have a better heart-to-heart, and that is going to happen off screen because I don't have any good way to do that myself. So, meanwhile, seeing as how she's going to, Cal is going to be talking to Riven for probably what is essentially the rest of the day, and you guys came to the temple in like the middle of the afternoon or the early part of the day. What are Byrn and Locke going to want to do after Cal goes in to talk to Riven?
For Locke,
does Byrn know that Locke has her sword?
I would have communicated that to the whole group after I was done talking to Riven, yeah, because that's kind of important.
Yeah. And would you have shared about the ability to get other weapons if we wanted?
Of
the
course.
invitation?
Yeah. That is all information Locke would have shared, because that's all relevant to the whole group.
And right now we're waiting on the healing?
Basically, you're waiting on to see if Um, after you, both of you know that Cal went to talk to Riven, and you're not entirely sure what happened back there, but you are going to. You're basically there for waiting to see what happens next. The same as you were when both of you went in prior. It's just now both of you are out. um.
So I guess I would ask Locke if he has any interest in tentatively signing up for their challenges to see if we can't get a weapon or two.
Well, maybe. I'm not necessarily. I wouldn't never be able to get much use out of such things like that myself, on the grounds that, I blast things from a distance with magic. But if the rest of you want to take the chance, and if we want to see if we can get something potent and magical for Riven that, won't consume everything she is, then it might be worth the investment. But I don't want to go making any choices like that until everyone's present and have the conversation.
Okay.
Well, if it's the option is to get weaponry and magic, says Oak, then it could potentially be beneficial to go in there and see what can be offered. I don't really have a weapon that I've used in a while, nor do I have a reason to. I always sort of stay in the back. But there was a time when Yang was looking into trying to get a magic weapon and never really got around to it, and so she's going to be out of gear whenever we go to save her. So...
fair point.
We have people that can make use of magic items if we was to do them. And if we don't know how long we're going to be waiting around. It would be a decent use of our time if we wanted to do it, unless you got something else. Locke.
No, I pretty much as soon as we've wrapped up our immediate business here with picking up Yang and sorting out anything else we have to sort out here with Riven. As far as I'm concerned, once we're done with all that, I'm just going to pop a teleportation circle and take us straight back home. Frankly, I didn't even want to come out this far. We had to get the things we need.
Yeah.
Now we have the things we need, so...
Although, the question that I have is, where is Bjorn at this point?
Right, we're going to have to go tracking him down before we can go home. But,
Yeah. I mean, there's also multiple teleportation circles here, based on how the Crone was talking about using teleportation circles to get from island to island. So, it's entirely possible that, given the right information and images of a teleportation circle, that Bjorn could get home just as easily as we could. All he'd need is the rune to get to Yukiegi. Or the glyph to get to Yukiegi.
Yeah, but I get the impression he might think that was rude.
This is true.
And I don't necessarily want to be rude to that man. He's fun.
Fair. So you guys have options at this point. How do you want to spend your time? You're not entirely sure how long it's going to be, but there again, you were given the insight that the trials would not necessarily take that long.
I suppose for now, Locke is, unless anyone else has anything else they want to discuss with him.
I've done.
Alright. Then if no one else has anything else to say to him for the time being, Locke will find a little spot, sit down, and do his version of the talk to my god thing.
Right.
Just thinking back on his conversation with Riven back down below and the things she said. And as he does, and as he's sort of going through that, gonna just... I know I've been calling on you a lot lately, but I could really use your help on this too. This is something that let's just say there's something only you can show me. I hope you can show me. I'll just let that energy swirl around for a while and hope that my message is heard to be answered come night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What you doing, Byrn?
So Locke basically turned down and went to pray to his daddy.
Not my daddy. Hushin'.
But I guess when I was asking him, Oak spoke up that
Yeah.
other people might need weapons.
It's reasonable to assume that characters might want some weapons.
So, Oak, same question. Would you have any interest in, while we're waiting anyway, looking into what we could earn from their blacksmith?
Why not? It's better than doing nothing, really. And I guess Oak and Byrn will go to blacksmith.
Sure.
Now, the two of them have not actually spoke to the blacksmith directly. Not really. And the blacksmith has finished up his, the item that he was been working on whenever, Locke was speaking to him before. And he sees the two of them come in. No. More of, Locke's friends, huh?
Yeah. We were interested in signing up for the trials that you had spoke to him about earlier, since we're going to be waiting on our friend a bit anyway.
Yeah, reasonable. You want to give any of them a shot? Are you going to go to... Are the two of you going to try them together, or you want to go separately?
How's that work if we do them together?
Well, one particular trial requires at least 2 people. Is one thing, and then there is a trial that is a 1-person thing. But the third one of the trials can be done with any amount of people you want. So it changes things a little bit to go as a group. But you can try you have one trial that you could try together, one trial that would require you to be together, and one trial that is singular. So
I guess I would ask Oak, what do you think? Try and tag team through what we can?
might as well.
So I'll shoot a confident grin to the blacksmith and sign us up.
Alright. So one trial, the trials have the following names: the Trial of Honor, the Trial of Loyalty, and the Trial of Faith. Trial of Faith can be done with any amount of people you wish. Trial of Honor is singular, and Trial of Loyalty is a minimum of 2.
Sure, let's go ahead and try loyalty first. You did say that if we fail one, we can still try the other trials.
Correct. If you fail one, you can still try the other one, but you each have only 1 shot for each trial.
Yep.
Alright.
I guess we'd begin with that one then.
Okay. So I will inform the guards that we will set up the Trial of Loyalty for you two. And in with a little bit of prep time, a couple hours at least, and you following the guards, you two can try the trial of loyalty. And Locke, you will see that Byrn and Oak have been set up to, and there's like conversations happening and set up for them to go out and do the trial of loyalty.
Alright.
I guess during the setup time, I would go back to Oak and thank him for holding on to my bow for me.
Oh, of
And
course.
grab that back.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you're gonna grab that back. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. And following that, the two of you are going to be led a little ways away from the temple, but not too far, like the temple proper. And you will have this sort of twisting and puzzling path that if you were a character that could never get lost in a forest, you might not get lost. But you two aren't that. So, it is... right? It is a pathway that is very hard to discern, and if Byrn wants to try to see if he can figure out where exactly it is they're leading him, you can roll survival if you want. You don't have to, just a thing.
So you said there's like a winding path with a bunch of trees?
Yeah.
And you said survival.
Survival, yes. And no, he does not.
Oh, no PTSD from finding trees?
No.
So just a straight roll of survival, and this is trying to not get lost?
Trying to see if you can keep tabs on where you are. You're still being guided, so you're not going to get lost, but if you, for example, wanted to try to find your way here without the guards, this would be a means to do it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It is tricky, but you sort of get the idea, and Byrn is of a decent and intelligent sort of mindset, and wise to sort of keep tabs on. Okay, yeah, this is very twisty and windy, but yeah, okay, I know where we're at, sort of. Granted, you don't really actually. You might actually know these islands better than some of the other characters. I don't know about this main island, but who knows? And eventually, you are led to a what is essentially a cave system, a very complex cave system, and the guards will, as part of the trial requirements, you are going to be stripped of your possessions, at least gear and weapons. Clothes on your back, magic items if it's like a healing potion kind of thing, sure, that's fine. But like weapons and armor, that sort of a thing, you're going to be requested to hand those off.
Okay.
Oak doesn't really have much other than armor, so it's not hard for him to do.
So I put approximately 137 pounds of equipment into whatever box or pile or arm, I guess.
I mean, yeah, they yeah. Actually, they
This is
probably
probably
have a bag
the
of.
worst.
They
Do
probably
what?
have a bag of holding that you can put stuff in. But you are then led into a two sets of rooms. And in the rooms, you are by another cleric more than an actual paladin, as the only form of money, because part of your gear and stuff, and you're given just a random set of 4 gold pieces each, and told that your requirement to succeed is to get 10 gold. As long as one of you can get 10 gold, then you will be able to succeed and complete the trial, essentially. And you are placed in 2 identical rooms with an item of a scrying eye to allow you to see but not speak to each other. And
this was the trial of loyalty?
Loyalty. Yep.
I thought the trial of loyalty was beating the shit out of each other in good sport.
No.
I love you this much.
No. It is a slightly
Only a true friend could be that brutal.
It is slightly more complicated than that.
So we're in 2 identical rooms. We can see but not speak with each other. And who has the 4 gold?
Both of you have your own set of 4 gold.
So we have 8 gold between us, and the goal is for one person to get 10.
Yes. And then you are given a simple option. You're told if let me make sure I'm getting all this right. You're told that if you want to work with your friend, then you are each given 2 options. Looking at your friend and seeing this room, actually, just for the sake of doing it, give me a perception check, Byrn, because you have crazy high perception. Yeah, 29. Thought so. This room that you're in is absolutely layered with your almost every form of mechanical and or magical mechanical trap that you can think of. It's like got the set up in the walls to fire arrows, maybe like smoke bombs, spikes. This room looks like a death trap.
We're both in.
Yes, you are both in. You are both in. Both Byrn and Oak are in 2 identical rooms that are death traps. Yes.
Okay.
And you are given the option of hurt them, hurt your friend, or don't. If you choose don't, you're going to be given 2 gold. But if you say hurt, your friend is hit by a trap and you get 3. You're currently holding 4.
And it doesn't matter who gets the 10, as long as we get 10.
As long as one of you gets 10.
Oh, I don't like this game.
I mean, I think I've already.
I'm gonna go back to my corner now.
I think I've already kind of figured out the gimmick, but I'm not gonna say it. I'm just gonna let you figure it out, because there's a chance I might be wrong. Because what I've come up with is, you know what? I'm not gonna finish that sentence. I don't want to be a dick.
There is definitely a gimmick. Yes. So what is Byrn going to do?
So the option is hurt Oak, get 3. Don't hurt Oak, get 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming there's going to be more after this decision, so I'm going to say don't.
Don't. Alright. Then, the two of you, both you're seeing with the scrying eye, of course, that the two of you are simply handed 2 gold each. So now you both have 6.
It's like I slowly reach towards one of the levers and I grin evilly at wherever the scry guy is. No. No. Okay.
We do a little trolling.
So we both currently have 6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And, unfortunately, this is infinitely less fun when there's only 2. But 2's the minimum, so it still works. And, next choice. Hurt or don't.
So basically the same kind of thing, but again.
Yep.
I mean, assuming that there are at least 3 rounds of this, don't, and we both go to 8.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Byrn, roll for me a dexterity save.
Oh no. Oh.
Do I
idiot.
look like a tree?
Okay, good. So you almost effortlessly dodge out of the way as one of the arrows trap goes off. And then you're both handed 2. So you're both at 8.
Wait.
We're both handed 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
At least with Locke, with Byrn's high perception, you notice that Oak is actually handed 2. And considering that he's an NPC. So this is infinitely less fun, but that's fine.
Because then you would be curious who did what, and okay.
Also, I will tell you now, if it's more than 2 people, you only see one person, and it's
Right.
randomized. So, if a trap goes off and you're not looking at the person who would have been looking at you, then you don't know how much they got. So
I
you
can
don't
see
know-
how that would have been more interesting with more than 2 people. Because then you don't know for sure that one of them didn't do it. You're obviously going to assume the person that you didn't see did.
Yep. So, and then you have your last option:
Same as before, hurt or don't.
hurt or don't. Both of you are at 8.
We only need 2 more gold to win. So I'm not trying to hurt him, but I'm totally going to investigate one of the traps to see if it's, like, armed by something that I can tell.
Roll investigation.
I am not good at this.
But you rolled an 18. So
Do I see any shenanigans of the wiring, or I don't know how that works?
it is a largely mechanical trap, but it is a mechanical trap that's set on a more magic-based trigger. So, using your 18 investigation, you're able to tell that while normally a trap like this is stand in this spot and trap goes off, this particular one is magically triggered remotely. Which makes sense, based on what you saw earlier.
Gotcha, so all these Helm people are not all that loyal. Anyway. We're gonna poke ya. Anyway. So
It is
yeah, my choice, of course, would be not to hurt, because one more not is gonna satisfy regardless.
Yep. And that will be that. It is infinitely less fun, but that's fine. It is a reference to what is known as the prisoner's dilemma.
Sell out your friend or whatever.
If you the concept of the prisoner's dilemma is the best option for everyone is to do nothing. Because as soon as both of you do something different stuff would happen. So I said it was initially told to you that if you choose to hurt, you get 3. But if you choose to hurt and your friend chooses to not, then you get 3 and your friend gets 1. Or no, your friend loses 1. Sorry. So, you basically take your friends as extra, but you're not told that up front. So the best option for the individual is to just say hurt. You get 3 and you're done in 2 rounds. But the best option for the group is 2 and 3 rounds. And then the traps go off at random sometimes, and if there's more than one, you don't necessarily know that a friend helped you or didn't. And then if you think that your friend hurts you, or your friend hurts you, and you assume that it's like, imagine if Riven was in this mess. It is, she sees Locke, and then she gets hit by a randomly triggered trap. Well, obviously that was Byrn. Now she sees Byrn. Now she's gonna hurt him.
Right.
That kind of thing.
It makes sense.
So, it's not quite as fun with only 2, especially if one of the 2 is an NPC. But,
I tried and Locke is winning.
no worries. It is fine. So, you will, and it's also better to be a little bit faster for making sure that the sessions don't feel like they're going super slow.
We've been in this temple for weeks, but it's been less than 12 hours.
That's how
D&D works. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. So you guys will succeed, and you will have the option to get an item. Is Byrn looking for anything specific, or is he gonna let Oak take this one?
Since one trial required 2 people and 2 trials are theoretically not requiring 2 people, I'm going to offer up, Oak, why don't you pick whatever you think would be best
Okay.
for this one.
Okay. We still don't know if Riven would want a weapon. I don't necessarily need one for myself. Hey,
We look in the ledger. We look in the ledger and see that there's 2 new magical axes listed.
No.
Oh.
Now that you mention it, no.
So,
They're called Don't and Touch Me.
so, you
Quite
will,
powerful in circles of repulsion.
I mean, yeah, sure. Oak will look through the ledger and see if he can find any form of, like, magical claw gauntlets. And I'm not entirely sure if there is such a thing as holy gauntlets, considering that this is a temple of Helm. They would probably have basically holy-centric weapons. But yeah. Oak is basically going to try to find something initially to give to Young whenever you save her later.
Makes sense.
Then Oak will go. He'll sort of pick out the item for her, and then give you, Byrn, a nod. Well, that was interesting. I did not fire them at you, just so you know.
Sort of wiping my cheek a little. It's like, yeah, I noticed that either you didn't or they shortchanged you, which wouldn't be very honorable for a place like this. So I assumed that it was part of the trial.
I assume that the trick is a little bit better when there's more than just two. But either way, I got this. And he will hold up whatever the weapon for Young happens to be.
Bang. He holds it over his head and it glows.
Yes, sure. And then he will make his way over to Locke. What is Locke doing now? I mean, he doesn't have a whole lot that he has to do.
I would think at this point, Locke's just been talking with his family in his book, because right now he's playing the waiting game. He wants to see what's up with Riven when she wakes up and see how she's coming along. And he doesn't really have anything else he wants to do, because like things are kind of in a limboous state for him. So he's just talking to his family and telling them shit's fucked.
He's just chilling. Maybe occasionally he'll pet Hollis.
Pretty much, yeah.
I just want to know what other people in the book are saying about what the heck's going on.
It's a good question. Doran, answer me.
Come on, play three people.
What is the family reaction? It's general sentiment.
What is it you had put? I remember you opened it, you scrawled something angrily, and slammed it shut.
I scrawled, "Everything sucks today."
Oh, yeah.
Is what I wrote.
So
Father's like Judge today.
I actually, your mother is probably trying to be comforting and supporting to make sure you're not, like, uber sad or depressed or something. And then you tell her exactly what's going on, and then she's,
Never mind.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, no it's not. Like I said, everything sucks today. All capitals.
In 3 different languages.
No.
Oh.
I mean, you do know 3 different languages.
I only know 3 languages, and 2 of them I don't like speaking or writing in, so...
So, yeah. As far as, like, your dad or, Valana, was it Valana? Was that the right?
Valana, I believe, was the name of, God, all the dice rolls said at once. Was the name of the person Nora was simping for? Yeah, that was
Vanya.
the Valana project.
Vanya.
That's
That was
my
it.
half sis.
Yeah. So Vanya is sort of. We don't necessarily have to go into detail of it, but Vanya is actually more curious of your group as a whole because I don't think she knows Riven. Silver met her, but Riven didn't. I don't think Riven even knows you have a half sister, or does she?
It was like slightly glossed over.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And then your dad's consensus is, basically, maybe I've not been in that exact situation, but I've had days like that too. So yeah, you're basically getting some variation of comfort and support from your family in some form or fashion. And I take it Byrn is probably going to try one of the other trials.
Yeah, got his weapon and scurried off. It's a lot.
Yeah, basically.
So, yeah, I guess I'll ask well, where are we? Did we get led back from the
Yeah, you
crazy
did.
forest?
You did
Okay.
eventually. You got led back. So, Locke, in the middle of your conversations, you will see Oak and Byron return, and then Oak and Byron will go into the blacksmith's office or blacksmith's shop, and then Oak will have a nice set of gear that looks like perhaps some form of a gauntlet.
Locke will just give a couple of slow nods. And go right back to his Discord chat. Let's be real, that's basically what it is.
Yep.
Yeah,
Either that or a Facebook Messenger chat room.
You've copied @ and Vindsvept, and you're like paste enter, paste in. Oh wait, no, you're talking about your book.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
No. I'm sorry. Amazon only works with a fax machine, and it's a really slow internet, so it takes a while for things to get to him. It's all
Dial-up takes magical slumber.
yeah.
It's like you guys send him a max, but the thing is, he's like fax through stuff that's running on like dial-up.
Yep, pretty much.
That makes me want to establish headcanon that every time Locke is getting ready to have one of his big daddy dreams, you hear the dial-up.
Would you not call them that, please?
It's like he's laying there so
genuinely uncomfortable. It's a terrible impression of that sound effect.
It's like, hey everyone, guess what happened last night? It's like, you had one of your dreams. How'd you know?
We heard it.
You just look over and there's Locke just kind of spasming on the ground, emitting sparks. It's a mystery. We just kind of guessed.
Anyway.
So, yeah, I guess...
that sounds like us, absolutely.
So, I guess when we go back into Blacksmith's area and Oak picks a item and leaves, I guess I'll hang behind and say, so you said there's no reason we couldn't try the other trials? I look at Oak as he's leaving. No reason I couldn't try the other trials?
Yeah. I mean, if you want to. There's plenty enough gear here for your entire party, or assuming that you wanted to get weapons for everybody. Although, there's only 2 left, and so 2 more weapons.
Sure. So which 2 are remaining? You said it was honor and justice?
Faith. Honor and faith.
Sure. Let's try faith.
Alright.
I'm a man of the cloth myself.
Alright. We will try the trial of faith then. It'll take a little bit of time for us to set up for you, but much like the trial of loyalty, the guards will lead you out to the specific grounds for the trial of faith. Oh, and of course, prior to you guys coming back to the temple, you guys were given your gear back.
I hoped and assumed.
Yeah. So later, Oak and Locke, you 2 will see. Well, I don't know if Locke does because he's too busy in his Discord chat. But you 2 will see that Byrn leaves off with the guards again to parts unknown. Woo, 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 woo. Yeah, you will be led yet again to a spot a little ways away from the temple, but it's still pretty close to the volcano itself. And you will see you will be once again stripped of most of your adventuring style gear, although this time you'll keep most of your possessions that like money and stuff like that. Those aren't really needed to be removed here. And then you're handed a ring to wear.
A ring.
Fancy.
So, all of my stuff is gone except for money and the ring they give me, or like just weapons and armor, or just weapons?
Primarily, it's weapons and any gear that would potentially be tied to like components and casting spells and stuff like that. Primarily, it's weapons and anything that would be led to using magic. So if you have a spell that needs material components, no, you cannot do that right now.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then you're given a fancy-looking ring to wear.
Right.
And the room that you are in this time is rather large and spacious. It's underground. It's like an underground cave again, and you cannot really discern much of like the passage of time per se. But there are.
Have
like,
I already been here for a couple of weeks?
There are sconces and like torches so that you are able to see, considering you don't have dark vision. And or at least I don't think you have dark vision. Do you have dark vision?
No.
Didn't think so. And you're given this nice fancy little ring to wear, and you are told simply that your way across will arrive soon, and there is this massive chasm, hole, pit that you have before you, and the answer to succeeding this trial is making it to the other side, to the door that's on the other side. Your way across will arrive soon. Just have to wait.
So, I need to get to the other side. My way across is coming soon. And anything, weapon or material component for spell, I do not have, but other mundane things I still have.
Armor you technically still have.
Okay. And I guess they leave me there to wait?
Pretty much.
I'll leave you there to die.
Okay. So, big chasm that's between me and where I'm going.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I guess first thing I would do is, I guess, seat myself on the floor, and I'll give them about 10 or 15 minutes. Does anything change or happen in about that amount of time?
You're in a room with no way to discern easy passage of time. So, theoretically, yes, you could sit and wait for 15-20 minutes, but how long is 15-20 minutes to Byrn right now? This is sort of a somewhat representation of like an isolation chamber. Granted, you're not in a small space, you're in a big space, but still nothing going on. So,
I suppose that there would be enough room around the chasm that I could be near it without being so close that if I drop something in front of me, it would fall into it. I could be safely away from the edge of the chasm, right?
oh yeah.
Cool. So they said that I had to wear the ring. They suggested I wear the ring.
You had to wear the ring.
have to wear the ring.
I got an idea on how this works.
You must take the ring to Mordor. And it must be destroyed.
Well, I was thinking of a movie, so.
Eh.
Oh, interesting.
See, I was thinking I got all this practice of telling time and passing the time, passing a ring back and forth and doing stupid tricks. But I don't want to, like, flub somehow and the ring go in the chasm and that's it. But if they said I have to wear the ring, I guess I wouldn't want to be yeeting it back and forth between my hands.
Does Byrn try to take the ring off at any point after they're gone?
If they explicitly said you need to wear this or whatever, probably not.
Okay.
It's not hurting me, it's not doing anything weird that I can tell, right?
That you can tell, no.
Okay. So the real trial is that do you attune to something just by passively having it on your person for a time? Or do you have to, like, want to attune to it?
Depends on the item.
Ugh. Okay.
Because attunement to an item is by choice, unless the item is cursed, in which case it's not.
Let's see. What's the spell that identifies stuff?
Identify?
What level spell is that?
I don't think you have it.
Probably not. Is it not a
I don't
cleric-y
think it's a
thing?
cleric thing. Nope.
Oh. Also, remind me that I need a long rest before I do anything else. I still have spell slots that are not back yet.
I mean, you're gonna get a long rest before you guys leave, because Locke's gonna have his Envinswing ring here eventually.
Eventually being the operative word.
Oh, you're fine. Hey, I got you guys to experience.
Living time.
You got to experience my trials. I'll take it.
You were really dead set on that, weren't you?
Nah, I wanted you to see them because I had fun making them. Granted, I didn't want to, like, narratively force them on you, and Byrn is the type of character that would try it anyway. So
I was trying to get
I
more
want to
people.
say how to do this trial, but I'm not there.
you also don't know
Yeah.
if you are correct.
So I got to sit here and suffer.
Pretty much.
You also don't know if you are correct. Was Prisoner's Dilemma what you were thinking previously, Brian?
I mean, it wasn't terribly off the mark from what I was imagining. That said, a couple of details were a little different.
Okay, fair enough. So what you thinking, Byron?
So, I guess I would wait for what I perceive to be 15 to 30 minutes. And I'm assuming nothing has outwardly changed in this amount of time.
How about you roll a intelligence save, not check, save, to see if you can discern time well in this scenario.
19.
Okay. You're pretty confident that it's been maybe 15, 20 minutes. And
Okay.
currently there doesn't seem to be much of a change.
So, I would still have my trail rations on me, right?
You do.
So, I'm going to sit there and slowly consume one, not with the intent of satisfying hunger so much as to pass time by eating it literally one little bite of granola at a time or whatever.
Okay.
And somewhere about halfway through, I'm going to accidentally drop a couple in the direction of the chasm. Like, it just kind of jumps out of my hand. I don't really know how to explain that. Just in that general direction.
Okay. Well, there's nobody watching you, so you don't necessarily have to be stealthy about it. So, yeah, you just, you know.
Do I notice anything out of the ordinary?
Roll perception. Uh, 21. No, not particularly. Your little granola piece just falls down into the hole and down it goes.
Okay.
It's not really a very heavy thing, so you, I guess you would technically hear it hit the bottom.
If it's fairly isolated but big, I imagine it would have some kind of sound. It'd just be super quiet.
Yeah.
But the big thing was I chucked a piece over there, or a couple little pieces over there, and they did in fact
Well,
appear to react with the chasm as one would expect.
yeah.
So I was just saying how I really needed a long rest.
You did say that, yeah.
Now, is there some sort of shenanigans that I can't get a long rest because I don't know how long that is?
I will
Is there a
say,
time limit on this?
well, you weren't told whether or not there was, but I will say that if Byrn was to wait long enough to get him within the grounds of a short rest, which doesn't really help you because you haven't lost health and nor gave you your magic back,
Yeah.
there will be a change within that amount of time. And you will see that very similar to when the blacksmith was using the like magic lifts and things when he went and brought the weapon down. You will get a lift, an elevator that will slowly come up and give you space to it is, as they said, your way across will reveal itself to you. You just have to wait. And you have what looks like a platform, a magical floating disc platform. You're welcome.
Alright, so it appears from what kind of direction?
Sort of rises up from the bottom of the chasm.
Is this food on it?
Actually, that would be funny. No.
Oh, fuck!
You hop aboard and ride across?
Sure.
Okay. And huzzah, you completed the trial of faith. Good job. Sam was close. It was literally a situation of just sit and wait. How many characters do you think are going to be patient enough to sit there and wait for too long? You legit said, I'm going to spend time and try to take a rest because I need it, and then, by the way, lift. There it is.
Yeah.
So, convenient enough for you. Had someone tried to go across it before the lift was there, they wouldn't have made it across. Even if they had a decent enough jump. It would be a situation of athletics check of huge just to have a chance. And then, by the way, fortitude, Constitution save to not get knocked down, because if you jumped, you have the distance to cover, and then magic gust of wind to knock you off your flight path. So, not fun. Who are you getting a piece of gear for?
I guess something scary that a strong individual might choose to swing at foes. So something a Riven type character might enjoy.
So,
Granted, Riven could totally use envy, but anyway,
she could.
Because it's a big honking weapon.
So it is. I will say that should Riven wish to pick up a weapon, then Riven could potentially have a weapon. As far as actually doing the searches for what those weapons are, I'm leaning enough a DM to let you do those. As long as what you're wanting isn't something like legendary in status or whatnot, then you can get something cool. So following that, you are then brought back to the blacksmith, and from Locke's perspective, you were gone for almost an hour, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
And you will be given your next choice of weapons, and then you have one trial left, should you wish to take it.
Sure. And it was the one that was one-on-one no matter what.
It was also said that this one could be, if you wanted it to be expedited and be done sooner rather than later, that was an option that the blacksmith gave to Locke previously, and he's going to, since you are his friend, extend that option to you. But you don't necessarily have to go with it if you don't want to. You could choose to have it at its normal pace, which would then mean the following morning.
Yeah, I think I will say there's no need to rush things. It's been sort of an eventful day. I could use some time to prepare myself as well, so I guess tentatively put me down for tomorrow, if you would.
Can do. Well done out there. I'm impressed to see 2 in a row like that. It's been a while.
Alright, so I guess I will make my way back to the others for now.
So at that point,
Or is it like nighttime, time to sleep? What time is it?
Not quite. It's probably getting on to about dusk by this point, but not necessarily night yet.
Not nighttime. Okay.
No. But you will find
So the night is not dark yet. Gotcha. We don't have Batman.
Yeah, pretty much.
Huh.
So following that, however, there's not really much else for anyone to do unless there's conversations to be had. But yeah, Byrn returns to you and Oak Locke, and doesn't seem to be going back to the blacksmith for any reason.
So, productive day, you two?
Very eventful day. Yes.
Very. It feels like it's been like a month since we got here, but it's been like, what, a day? We got here yesterday.
Shush.
No.
I slowly turn to that one wall in the foreground, and I say, right?
Alright. So, any specific conversations that you want to have until nightfall?
Locke doesn't really have anything.
So you said that the specifics of the item that I grabbed so far would be determined later, but I did already acquire it.
Pretty much, yeah.
And earlier, Locke went and acquired the bag of holding the parties.
Yes.
Locke.
Yes.
So the item that I won just a little bit ago is intended for Riven if she doesn't have any objection. Would you like to just chuck this in the bag of holding for safekeeping for now?
Sure, sounds like a plan.
There we go.
Alright, so I'll just stuff that in the bag of holding. I'm not the one with the list of all the shit we have in the bag of holding.
Nor do we have a name for what it is that you just got, so yeah.
Just put a placeholder.
Yeah. So,
The perfect item Riven will love, or the perfect item Riven will ignore.
so eventually, just before you guys would be getting ready to bed down for the night, because you were usually choosing to sleep in the blanket of fortitude outside rather than like in the temple proper. You will find Cal that will come back to you guys. And she will. Okay. Riven still has some stuff that she needs to work through, but she's doing at least a little better than she was. Actually had a conversation with her for a time. She mentioned that you guys are out here to find Silver's sword and to rescue Yang.
Yeah, and one of those objectives is already complete, and I will pull out Silver's sword from the bag.
That's good.
Yeah, we were able to get it. It's just such a shame that getting it had to require the entire incident to put Riven in the condition she's in now.
Agreed. Well, it's probably best that, what, did you wait around here to hear back all this time when you have that other, the Young to save? Do you know where she is?
I do, and I know that while her circumstances are not exactly pleasant, they are survivable. She'll live a little long. She'll live as long as she needs to before we arrive. Riven's condition was a far more immediate issue we needed to deal with. I don't mean to sound callous towards Young, but she'll live even if we're delayed.
I understand that. However, to know that Young is still trapped wherever she is, and considering that Riven is not very trusting of magic at times, it would probably be good for her to see that you are willing to travel out and rescue Young while her and I remain here for now. I can promise you that she will be in better shape to leave upon your return. I hope. I think she would feel much better if he was to go out and save Young.
All right.
Do you think you could handle that on your own?
Yeah. Yeah, we can manage. If there are no objections, I think we should set out in the morning.
Oh, of course, it's much too dark outside right now to travel.
Yeah, and I am fucking exhausted.
That too.
Alright, well then, alright. And Locke will then reach into his own pack and pull out the blanket of fortitude and just he'll look over at a nearby guard. I assume we're still under watch.
Less than you were before. Less than you were before, but still, you're visiting here, so still a little bit, yeah.
You know, there's just like a guy keeping an eye on us.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I will gesture at the blanket before I fold it out and be like, so, this thing's magic and it turns into a tent that's bigger on the inside. Is it alright if I just unfold that here so we don't have to go outside?
Sort of blinks. Okay, go for it.
There's also hot chocolate, so you can have that in the morning.
Cal's like, I could go for some hot chocolate.
Oh, please, by all means, it self-replenishes. And I will fold out the blanket of fortitude.
And, yeah, you will have a good space to rest that you are comfortable and familiar with in the form of your mother's library and pillow form.
Yeah.
Although Cal will take what time she can to drink the hot chocolate, which she unfortunately has to drink from it's inside the tent. Because if she leaves, it goes poof, or something like that. And then make her way back to the cell with Riven. Or at the very least to let her know what she's told to you guys. Yeah. You will get your full rest, yay! Finally.
Yay!
Technically, Riven would have had hers already.
Yeah. The rest of us.
So, yeah. You will be done with that. And then, Locke, you had requested Vindsvept dream. Yes, you will find yourself in your swamp on your little island thing.
Alright, first of all, are there any fairy tale creatures here that I need to kick out?
Why would there be fairy tale
Lyra.
creatures? Why would there be fairy tale
Just-
creatures here?
I was making a Shrek reference.
Mm-hmm.
Because you remember I've accidentally baked a Shrek reference into my little warlock boy. So.
Oh yeah, you did. You have your own little swamp. Okay, yeah.
What are you doing in my swamp? Anyway.
Yes. So, yeah, there doesn't appear to be anything here, other than massive tower that is Vindsvept. You will see him there, but he is quiet.
Like, I'm so done with you.
No, not so much that. It's just he knows that you called and he has brought you here. He is letting you speak first.
Tell me, how close of an eye have you been keeping on what's been going on with me?
I usually do watch over you. I've seen the past day or so.
Then you'd know just how royally screwed up everything just got with Riven.
I did.
When she and I were talking after the fact, at one point she mentioned... She said that she wished I could see what she goes through. I don't know if you have the power to move my mind into the dream of another, and that's not what I'm asking. Because I do know there is another thing you can do. You've done it before. The first time you did this craziness. The ability to send my consciousness to different places and even different times. I want to help Riven. But she's right, I don't fully understand what I'm looking at. And if I don't understand something, how can I expect to resolve it? I know I already ask a lot of you already, but if it's in your power, is it possible for you to show me what she went through?
Showing you images of the past, you of course will be able to do very little to change it, if anything.
I'm aware of that. I have no intention of trying to change what I see.
I can't help to know what it may be. Tied more to your memories than hers, but I should be able to do what I can to get you there.
Then please do.
Locke knows enough about. He's been to her village, at least to know the general scope of where it is, and Vindsvept knows that too. So rolling wise, I don't think it's necessarily required. In that
I mean, we've been there, at least the ruins of it, haven't we?
yeah,
Yes.
you were.
That's where we found Twitch,
Yeah.
being
so,
all IMIT.
being twitchy.
Twitchy, yes.
Being a pain.
She's good at that.
Yeah.
That was the episode title that I had for that episode, Twitchy. So I think then that you will find your way yourself there, and I imagine it's maybe like what you were saying before of like flashes until it gets to a real serious part. There might be flashes of visuals and of sounds, and things hitting you before you get any real clear picture. And then I was going to give Sam the reins on this one since she knows what happened and she wrote the backstory.
So to start off, the first flash is kind of it's going to be countryside. You can see a well-populated village. And it's kind of a dreary morning, so it has that weird mist rain going on. Muddy. And there's this person with a cloak kind of hobbling down the road. She's met by a man. And then on a close-up, she's actually carrying something. Moves the blanket a little bit, and there's Riven as a baby. There's some discussion going on. No words are made out. And then it flashes to where she's the same woman steps out of this small cabin that's near the forest, and she calls out to Riven. This time you hear words. It's time to go. But Mama, I'm playing. No, Riven, we have to go to town. Oh, they make fun of me though. I know, dear, but we need to go get some vegetables for our garden. She's like, alright, and then Riven comes running up. She has dirt, gets cleaned up a bit. She's like, you shouldn't go too... And the lady says, you shouldn't go too far in the forest. It is dangerous. And Riven replies, but it's quiet. I like it. It's peaceful. No one makes fun of me. And then it flashes back. And then it goes back again. There's a scene of Riven being bullied by a few other village of kids, laughing at her. And she just runs away. A little bit earlier, she's given a bow. She's trying to practice with it and learn how to shoot it. And then emerge from a forest is a bugbear. She tries to shoot the bugbear out of instinct. Doesn't go very well. The bow is broken in half. And she is picked up by the bugbear. The woman comes running out and tries to fend off the bugbear. Ends up getting smacked back to the house, falls limp. Riven had been dropped by that time. She picks up the two broken pieces of the bow, and she starts attacking the bugbear before getting grabbed again. And just before you think she would die, a team of men come out of the forest and kill the bugbear. And that is when Riven's mother has died. Then it flashes to where she's older. This time, you don't see her. But you're running through a forest. And then you, stop, look around, and then you look down, look at the puddle. There's a reflection. You are Riven. She's tracking something. She's trying to see paw prints all over. And she takes off running again. She's older, 18 years old. And then it flashes. She comes back. She looks over. There's Cal, you see. You hold up the black fur that she has around, always with her. Her first kill to be accepted by the hunting party. And there's multiple people around. You see about 8 other people, not including Cal. You see a handful of humans, another half-elves, some actual elves, and then there's this Goliath. And time goes on, goes back and forth. And then one day, walking along, the man that's stood next to you / Riven, there's a conversation going on about how he wants her to take over the hunting party, to lead it, because he's up there, he's old. He's got gray beard growing. Get a sense of respect and looking up to as a father figure to Riven. But then you get a sense of smoke in the air, burning woods. Everyone stops and starts getting concerned, and look, they start rushing forward. And then they break the tree line, and there you see that village. Fires up in flames, shouting, screaming, and all roaring and stuff. Just ensued chaos of a battle going on. Well, not really a battle, more like a massacre. And they sit there and they run in, finding people, looking around, fighting off goblins and hobgoblins and bugbears and all sorts. Battle stuff. But as looking around, the first two fall of the hunting party. Twins. Male and a female. Got broken away from the party. A whole bunch of goblins came over and basically just consumed them, almost, but not really. Further on, running, trying to help, find more people to help. Then the next person fall. An elf. This time, a bugbear came around a corner and took an axe to the neck, clean off, with the head. The elf, there's a half-elf that falls, this time, following spears by 3 bugbears, just speared to death. And you sense of fear and panic start to build up inside. And then the human falls, this time when a pack of wargs just come out and just rips them apart. Very gruesome. And then the elf falls. There was arrows that came flying down. Then we see a glimpse of 3 hobgoblins in decorated armor, as best you can, talking to a shadowy figure. They turn and looked at us, and they started coming after. We continued to run to try to escape this time. Then one of the hobgoblins came up, a dual-wielding one, chops down the Goliath. Continue running. Fear. The last to fall. As the main hobgoblin warlord, upon a warg, comes riding up and lances him through the back and out the chest, lifting him up off the ground. That's when Riven screams and stuff. Cal pulls her and continues on. They keep running. They made it out of the village. Keep running, but they're still being chased. Cal hits a tree, opens up a portal, pushes Riven through, and closes it. And Riven just sits there, gets back up, goes to the tree, doesn't believe that she's now alone, of people protecting. and falling to their death. She thought the fear of loss just overwhelms. She digs her fingers into the tree and just screams and vows that she will avenge them. And then you pop back out.
Locke
So, yeah.
will, Locke, hears all that, sees all that. You will take a few minutes and just sort of just sit on his little island and breathe and consider it. And about how long after that did she find me, I wonder?
Almost
Is
3
that
years after.
is that something Locke would know? Did Riven ever let him know how long it had been since her place was attacked by the time they met?
Yes.
Right, because I cannot remember. So please refresh my memory.
It's about. She was about 27-ish years old when the attack on their village happened. You met her when she was like 29, almost 30.
So close to 3 years.
Yeah. And she's been hunting goblins ever since.
All right.
So yeah. About 3 years worth of nightmares of reliving that last scene.
The last one specifically?
Yes, where basically what the people who she considered family was killed.
Right.
So what's Locke gonna do?
Locke is... He's not going to dismiss the dreamscape or anything. He's not going to leave his swamp island for now. He's just going to sit there and contemplate it in silence until his body back in the waking world wakes up. He's just going to stay there in that place where he's the one in control.
Yeah.
And just let that piece be an anchor for him to think.
Landon's gonna remain silent. He's not gonna disturb you.
Alright.
So you will then eventually wake up as morning comes.
I suppose the first thing I'm going to have Locke do at that point, once he's up, I imagine, like, after all that, Locke will actually wake up kind of early. He's usually a late sleeper, but I imagine he'll wake up kind of early this time.
Probably.
So, I'll have him not say a word to the others for the moment. I'll just have him leave the Tent of Fortitude and beeline it for whoever guards the entrance to the dungeon.
Okay.
And he's just going to ask if he can chat briefly with Riven if she's awake.
You will be led down. You went there before. Really no issue, so.
Alright. Is Riven awake by the time I get down there?
I would say she's like laying down, but she has her back towards the cage, or the bars. Like, if there's any, like, plates of food, they're just in there, like, haven't been touched.
Are you awake?
Unfortunately.
I saw it.
What?
What you wished I could.
Weird magic bullshit?
Weird magic bullshit.
Okay.
I love that that's kind of a little, like, almost sibling back and forth between the two of them.
I don't know how you did it, but I just assume it's something you get that I don't.
Yep.
Pretty much, yeah. I do love that kind of exchange like that. It's like
She just accepted the fact to be like, if there's anything magic involved, she's gonna sit there and like if there's a magic, like glowing weird orb thing just sitting in front and be like, Locke, what is this? Why is it floating?
Magic.
It's
Magic? Okay. Should we poke it? I'm gonna poke
Anyway.
it.
Nah.
No, don't poke it.
Anyway.
Yeah.
It was kind of fractured and hazy. But I think I got the gist of it.
Like I said, when anyone protects me, they die.
I'm not going to say anything right now to try and dissuade you of that opinion. I've already given my piece on it. All I'll say right now is that maybe the weight of it doesn't settle on me the way it does on you. I didn't know those people, but I am sorry you had to go through that. We're probably going to be setting out not terribly long from now to go fetch Yang. And I assume you're going to be wanting to stay here while we're doing that?
Yeah.
Alright.
Do be careful, please.
You know me, I'm always careful.
I don't know. He's been kind of a bit brave lately. Might get cocky.
Well, caution has held my hand on a lot of things for a long time. Those axes were pretty much one of them. You get some rest. We'll be back soon.
I'm trying.
Alright. And let me just check my inventory real quick.
If you're gonna give her a donut, let's stay.
No.
Okay.
I'm not giving a donut. I'm trying to see if there's anything in my inventory that might be of sentimental value between us that I could just, like, leave with her for now, but I'm unfortunately...
The paper with the pencil in it.
The what?
He kept the paper with the pencil in it.
The paper that he used
From when I was...
explain.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I don't recall putting a pencil in it, but...
I thought you did put a pencil through it or something.
I honestly don't remember. I just remember folding it in half.
I know you tear the bit off and be like put it a little bit of ways and be like, this is Amundsen's place. It's not exactly attached, but
Something.
Something like that would probably be the closest that you have to sentimental value with her, though, actually.
Yeah.
If you have any...
It's not really a whole... I mean, I have a laminated picture of Unrei, but I'm not leaving that here.
I don't think that'll help matters.
Probably not, no, especially
no,
with
Cal would be like, what was this?
Excuse me.
Look, it is a very friendly drow lady that we came across and rescued eventually, but
Why did Locke have this in his bag, and why did he give it to you?
Yeah, you never did figure that out.
the reason why I know why you have it.
I honestly don't remember. It's been so
Okay.
long since I've cleaned up my
Do you
inventory.
remember the guy that we fought that lived in a cave under Silver's temple somewhere?
Yes, one of the people that you fought that was a follower of Dahlia had it. And Locke picked her up and was going to give it to Riven later, but never did.
Right, and now it would be inappropriate, so... All right.
Well, we find it funny. It would be inappropriate.
Right.
The statement that I was making, though, when I said you never realized what was up with that, is you guys don't actually know the full picture as to why said person that you defeated then had it in the first place.
We just thought he was a fanboy.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. There is a reason. I can tell you that after game.
All right. Well, either way, if there's nothing else, and I can't find anything worth depositing here.
You're making this awkward, aren't you?
I'm assuming this is not happening in character in game time, as I'm looking for something meaningful to part on.
And you
I can't find anything, so I'll just have Locke give Riven a little smile and get back to his full height. We'll be back soon.
Okay.
And I'll just pat the bars of the cell, and then he'll go back up to rejoin the others.
As everyone else is waking up, probably.
Yep.
Type somewhere. So, I take it then that you guys are going to make your way to Young, or does Byrn have anything he has to say?
Doesn't he have a trial to do?
Oh, that's
But he
right.
already did it.
No, he was going to wait until morning because
There was
of
a trial in the morning
rest.
to do. Yeah.
There is one thing I would have liked to have done before going to sleep. Is it too
Okay.
late to
Oh yeah, go ahead.
do that?
Sure.
I would basically just want to sort of peruse the area and see if I could find where the duel might be held if it's held in town, or maybe ask if anyone friendly would be willing to divulge or be convinced to divulge if that trial is typically held in town or out in the woods somewhere.
What town?
Right. Yeah.
Temple.
So, you're basically trying to see if anybody would be able to tell you where the trial is being held.
Correct.
Roll me persuasion. See if you can convince anybody to tell you where it's held.
So can I first do this?
Enhance ability on yourself. Yes, sir.
Yay. So, yeah. Oh, I did whisper to GM. I was reading all of my spells and stuff I wanted to prepare, and I was afraid of like clicking something, so I put the GM mode.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I rolled at advantage, and it was a 25 total and 17 total. So advantage would be 25.
Yes. So you will find one of the evening guards, because you said it was you said it before you went to sleep or after?
Yeah, because a cleric prepares their spells the night before and then gets them after the long rest, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that, yeah. So I just kind of wanted to see if I could get an idea what the arena looks like.
Okay. So, the arena is basically it is not in the temple itself. It's a little ways out, but there is space for it to be a viewed and watched circumstance. And it is basically akin to what you would assume would be an arena, though probably not quite as big. And it is, other than the fact that it's taking place close to a volcano and is made largely of like stone, there's not really a whole lot in means of environment for you to get any major details out of. It's basically like a typical Greek style Colosseum, but not quite as big and near a volcano.
Gotcha. All right. Fair enough.
You guys are going to be getting ready to head out, and I don't know, is anyone going to watch Byrn's fight? That is an option to do. You guys can choose to watch.
Yeah, Lyra will, or not Lyra. Locke, shut up. Locke will watch because he has nothing better to do.
Yes. So, once again, I don't have really weird maps to look into. I wish I could put a person on one map and keep all the rest of the players in one place, because then I would totally put, like, Sam on the doodle map for now.
I'm fine.
So,
I'm painting.
what are you doing?
I'm painting.
Oh, nice. Cool.
I'm looking for graffiti on our map, and I'm not seeing any.
She's not painting.
No.
I know.
But yes. So, you will, basically you will be in stands of some sort, Locke, for you to view a what is essentially a one-on-one duel. Hooray! Yay. Okay. Oh.
First thing it makes me think of is Shovel Knight.
Really?
But not blue.
It does look cool though. It's
It
because
does.
it's because of the helmet.
I think so.
But it does look cool. It's very pretty. I would never have the patience to actually paint figurines.
What is up with my camera?
Anyway. So, Byrn, you are basically put out in this sort of gladiator style something for you to have a one-on-one duel. And you will see the blacksmith once again. He sort of steps out as a almost referee or announcer, and he is now. We realize that lots of different people will fight in lots of different ways. So this is a no real rules aside from one. You must be willing to kill. Well, two. You must be willing to kill, and you must be willing to respect the duel. And for those of you who are friends of the challenger here, there is a high chance that he may die. But if he does, we'll revive him.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna die.
So what does my opponent look like, or have I seen them yet?
Your opponent is what appears to be a half-orc. They are male, very strongly built, and they are in a full-on, full-plate shield, mace ensemble with a cape that has the symbol for helm emblazoned across it. In places where
And
you
you said,
could, in places where you
you
could
said-
see, in places where you could see skin, it's gray and maybe scarred in a few places.
and you said what kind of weapon was he wielding?
Mace.
Or did you?
He has a maul,
Okay.
a mace.
One-handed or two-handed?
It is one-handed because he also has a shield.
Right. Gotcha. Okay. Let me go and re-equip my armor. I was wondering why my AC was so low.
Might want to fix that.
Yeah. That's why I was being so particular earlier when it was, what do I have on me? What do I not? I was clicking and unclicking stuff. Because apparently that mods your stats.
It does, yes.
That's kind of cool.
They did update that to make it look really cool.
Alright. So pretty much anything goes as long as I respect the duel, whatever that means.
Respect the duel and are willing to kill should the need arise. This is a duel to the death with the honor element of this is a one-on-one fight.
Okay.
So, I think Byrn, even if I'm not able to explain it well enough, the logistics of respect the rule, the honor of the duel is basically don't have friends help you
Oh. That's fine.
And don't run away.
and don't run away.
Don't run away!
By that, of course, we mean don't leave the arena. The arena's big, so.
Okay. Alright.
So, upon setting up for the duel and the blacksmith moving on, the half-orc will sort of use his shield hand and come on. Come at me with all you got.
Alright,
'Cause
I
after all,
will.
he's big and strong. You look scrawny.
I do.
By comparison.
Let's see. So yeah, I will. As we're like squaring off to begin, I will raise the hood of my cloak. I doubt it will be important, but I do it anyway. It's intimidating.
Okay.
Cloak at Elvenkind. Perception checks, wisdom perception checks have disadvantage against me to see me or whatever.
In the middle of the
Do I
morning
need to-
in an open area. But okay.
Yep, like I said, it probably doesn't matter, but I do it anyway. Do I need to roll initiative then?
No. He's letting you go first. So initiative roll is automatic to be him, you, then him, then you, then him, then yeah.
Okay. So I think I just need to figure out which move I want to use first.
That one.
I was thinking about it.
What?
Right. Thank you for your patience. Spell classes, I never use them. They have too many bells and whistles. So do I want to blow giant level spell now? I think no. Although I could level it up one. So sure. That how that works? No spell description. Okay.
Ow.
Why is it sneak 11? What the heck is that?
Because you have the thing clicked for sneak still.
Huh.
There's a
I have
thing
what?
when you click to do stuff, there's an option on your sheet for sneak, that sometimes is there and sometimes isn't.
Where is this option?
I don't know. It should be on your. Hold on.
Oh, sneak attack.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, okay, so I guess that doesn't affect the spell attack.
No.
That's sort of dumb. So yeah, I call forth spirits to protect me. They, I guess, appear fey and would do radiant damage. And so you said area doesn't matter too much. This is a static spot, 15-foot radius. I'm thinking draw shape. Oh, that's
You
going
have
to
a-
cover tokens.
You
Huh?
have a.
It's
you have
around-
hold on. It's targeting you.
Wow.
It's a 15-foot radius from you. Right?
So if I move, it moves too, or it just
Yep.
begins where I am.
If you move, it
Yep.
moves too.
Cool.
Your color is green.
Uh,
Let's say green. Boop.
Okay. And I could cast that spell and move in the same turn, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
It's just an action to cast.
So yeah, I will move. I will move like a chess horsey that goes one too many forward, and I will cast Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
So he has to make a Wisdom save when I cast it, and then at the end of his turns, right?
Let's see.
On a failed save.
Let's see. When the creature enters the area for the first time on a turn or
Start in there.
or starts his turn there, they must make a wisdom save. So at the start of his turn, he's making his wisdom save for starting his turn there. And
The
then
first time on a turn, would that be on mine and his for the first one, or just on his?
the turn it starts sitting there, so his.
Okay, gotcha.
Um,
And I did cast it at 4th level, so it is 1 extra d8, so it's 48 radiant. Or Wisdom save for half.
which you did roll above up there. That's 13.
So he will Wisdom save on his turn, I guess, and
Yep,
either take
start of
13
his.
or half of it.
Yep, he was like 13 or 6.
Alright, and that will be
13.
my turn. Which
Uh,
is not enough.
So he will take 13. And that is... My brain is not wanting to calculate her. Anyway. So... Boop. Alrighty. And, he will take that damage. His speed is halved, which is annoying. Then okay. So as his basic action is he is going to attempt to smack you
Okay.
twice. Because that's annoying. Oh, there we go. Oh, it did roll, and he missed.
Yeah.
Like, horribly so. Because he would have a plus, what's your armor?
My AC?
Yeah.
17.
So, because I need to actually roll it on screen here so that I can do this properly. So he misses you. So he charges forth, he misses you, and you have your spirit guardian thing.
So it's back to me?
Yep, back to you.
Cool. Read how these things stack, because I think they might.
Keep in mind concentration.
That's while Vindsvept Dream was going on, I was splitting my spells in Notepad into concentration and not concentration.
That's probably smart.
So, am I understanding Sanctuary correctly that I can cast spells after casting Sanctuary as long as they don't attack or hurt or target enemies?
Face Sanctuary.
Oop. And Sanctuary is some level. Here it is. Oop.
Any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or harmful spell must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed, the creature must choose a new target or lose. This spell doesn't protect the warded creature from area of effects. If warded creature makes an attack or casts a spell that affects an enemy's creature, the spell ends. So, seeing as how...
This is not concentration, so it doesn't hurt that. And if I cast another spell on myself next turn, that's not going to break Sanctuary or concentration if it's not concentration.
Yes, and because you did your wards first, your guardians first, then you can do that. You sneaky little devil, you.
I'm trying here. So yes, that's what I will do. I will cast Sanctuary.
Okay.
On you?
On himself, yep.
Yes.
Okay, so that just means that the other guy has disadvantage on attacking you. Or
It is
save.
It is wisdom saving throw or he can't get him.
Because he would have to target someone else. There is no other target. So wisdom save or he just passes that attack.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Then we will do... You're doing Sanctuary and you're not moving? You're staying where you are?
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
Alright. So, this time let's do this properly. Paladins...
So...
Do paladins get proficiency on wisdom saving throws?
No.
Charisma and something.
No. I know it's charisma. And
Actually,
Constitution?
it doesn't matter. He has aura of protection on himself always. Never mind.
Okay.
That is the thing. So, Aura of Protection is Charisma, and then Wisdom is 7. Got it. He made his save. He can attack you. He made his save. He takes half damage. Roll your damage from your hickey doodle things.
Right, hickey doodle things. They were 4th level. And before I forget again, no sneak attack because that's stupid. Boop. I took it off. Anyway. Because I had the prompt before I took it off.
Oh, paladins have proficiency in wisdom and charisma saving throws.
Ah. Wow. So his roll's even higher. Got it. So yeah. That is he takes half damage, so he takes 6, and he can swing at you this time, yay. For proficiency, yeah. 20.
By the way, it was higher level cast, so it'd be 13 plus 7 is 20 divided by 2 is 10, right?
Huh?
The Spirit Guardians were level 4, not level 3, so they have an extra D8 tacked on.
Oh, okay.
See where it's higher level cast?
Right.
Am I understanding that correct? That'd be 13 plus 7 is 20 divided by 2?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You're right.
So, you said an attack roll with 20?
Attack roll with 20.
Well, he just got significantly easier to hit me. Okay. Yep.
I forgot the 7 on his earlier rolls.
Okay. I
So,
don't think they would have been enough. No, they wouldn't have been. 'Cause they were all single digit low stuff.
Yep. So, this is then with his maul that he's got going on here.
You said one-handed mace, right?
One-handed mace is a D8.
Yeah.
8.
Cap.
Wisdom save yet again, and he actually has proficiency on it. So, 4, 4, and 3 is 11. Okay. Paladin, yo. So,
So the final save was for which thing?
the final save for his was for his second attack, because he attacks twice.
Okay. Gotcha.
Which hits you, 20.
And 20 hits.
For 10.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Cool. So for my next trick, because ever stacking stuff, so I got Spirit Guardian, Sanctuary, and now I'm going to throw a fun little this thing. Does this change with level? This does not change with level, so I'm going to subtract one of these, and I'm going to cast a mirror image.
Alright.
Let's go, just me and you. Let's go, just 4 on 1.
Alright. So, yeah, that's not happening today, probably.
I'm being cheeky.
So, yeah,
It's not concentration, and it doesn't target my enemy, so everything should still be groovy, right?
yeah, you're good.
Cool. So now he has to wisdom save or lose the attack. And then on a successful wisdom save, I get to roll a d20. And he hits one of the duplicates instead of me on certain rolls. And the duplicate go poof. Or I guess he can just target the duplicate flat out.
He wouldn't know which is which, though. That's the thing.
Correct.
That's the whole point. He can't target the duplicates or which is which. That's the whole
Gotcha. So I would roll to see if he's hitting me or a duplicate, and if he's hitting a duplicate, he has to beat their AC, not mine.
point.
Which
Do they
their
have a
AC is going to
different
be
AC?
garbage. Huh?
Their AC is lower, much lower.
It is 10 plus 2. Their AC is 12.
Yeah. And your AC is what? 14? 16?
17 with armor.
Okay. So yeah. It is going to be yeah. So first, foremost, wisdom save. I'm gonna do these in stacking order so it's easier for my brain. Wisdom save
Sure.
to get rid of to deal with your spirit guardians. 15. Fail.
Is not high
Roll-
enough, so you
roll
take
your
the
wisdom.
damage.
He takes full damage,
Spirit Guardians.
and that is 4d8, not 3. Remember.
So 20 divided. He takes
20.
full damage to 20.
Okay. And now we will do wisdom save to see if he gets through your sanctuary. 17. He does, barely. Roll your d20.
Okay, so it's a 10. How does that work? I have 3 duplicates. I have to roll a 6 or higher.
And then you, with 2 duplicates, it's an 8, and with 1, it's an 11. So,
Right.
yeah.
So yes, I made a 6 or higher. So he attacks one of the duplicates.
Mhm. Which they don't have HP, they just go poof.
If he successfully hits them, yes.
Which is an 18. He rolled an 18 to hit them. So, yeah.
And they have a 12, so 1 duplicate go poof. Yep. So 2 duplicates remain.
14, he didn't get through Sanctuary. Your turn.
So I have to be willing to fight to the death.
You're
So far, you
definitely
have not
protecting. You definitely protecting yourself right now.
Mm-hmm.
But you also have not attacked, so
It's kind of
Define attacked.
I mean, you've dealt damage to him. You're hurting him. You just haven't attacked him outright.
It's a duel where I have to be willing to fight to the death. Is there any sort of like defensive turn, or have they removed that out of?
That is a thing
fifth?
you can do. Yes.
And what does that do?
You can choose to take the dodge action. If you choose to take the dodge action, he has disadvantage on his attack roll.
Yeah, sure, let's do that. And I guess while doing the dodge action, I'll just remind him. You may concede at any point.
Confident little booger. Okay. All right.
I'm so glad Riven's not here to witness this fight.
Right.
I honestly haven't like Locke's been paying
Or
attention.
even Silver.
I have. Here's a fun fact. Locke has been paying attention and watching the fight. I have not, because I have nothing to add right now. I'm just kind of letting it happen and browsing Google while you're going.
Yeah, it's fine. All right. So
I mean, if Silver was here, it would be like,
this is
Be like,
this is
really?
this is obnoxious. Yes, that's fine.
They said any tactics go as long as you honor the duel.
yes, but if you're going to sit here and spend hours of just going back and forth, you're wasting time. I'm sure Locke is going to get impatient.
It's not going to be hours.
And if you're just going to... Well,
It-
no, because he's in there being like all dodgy and stuff. I don't see the intent to kill.
it's fine. Okay, 24. He takes half damage on your Spirit Guardians. Roll Spirit Guardians.
I mean, I don't know how strong Mr. Dude is, but it should eventually be chiseling him away. Half of 23.
So 12. Or 11, sorry.
I could be shooting him with my bow and missing. I'm hitting him automatically
Okay.
for 10 minutes.
So, And then this is save to get through Sanctuary. DC was 16, right?
Yep.
DC was 16. Alright. So this is disadvantage attack roll because dodge. He missed you.
So 10. He misses.
24 to get through Sanctuary.
Yep.
Disadvantage attack roll. He hits you.
19.
19. Roll your duplicate.
1d20.
1 duplicate gone. 2 duplicates gone. You're down to 1.
Yep.
Okay. Here we go.
Don't know how much more I can compound onto this, because most of the other stuff I prepped were more like attack or offensive things. So I guess as long as this is holding. Do what?
Yeah. It's pretty much as long as this is holding.
So I liked all the disadvantage stuff, so with the two of me will just sort of fold our arms.
Uh-huh. Alright. So resist your thingy thing.
So he takes half damage from level 4. So half of 17.
Which is 16-8.
Does he look wounded at all?
No.
Stupid paladins.
He gets through Sanctuary.
Oh, don't ever say that around Silver.
I know. Not that Byrn would say that out loud anyway.
Disadvantage attack roll. 17 hits you. Duplicate.
Okay. So I have to do 1/R. So it has to be 11 or higher. No. So he does actually hit me.
Wait, did it go up?
The more he knocks out, the higher my DC is.
Mm-hmm.
The more, the more.
The DC stayed static.
The basic.
I have to roll a 6 or higher for him to hit one of my 3 clones. An 8 or higher to hit one of my 2. An 11 or higher to have him hit the other guy.
Okay.
The more they knock out, the harder it is for me to not be hit by it.
Smite was a D8, right?
Yes, it depends on how high of a level you want to put into it. And it also depends on if there's Celestial or Fiend or whatever.
Yeah, none of those.
Undead.
None of those.
Granted,
So,
would he know that he's connecting with me or with the clone?
he will as soon as he strikes you,
Yeah.
because he'll see blood. And Smite goes after the attack rolls hit. So, it is, say, a level 4 spell.
Are you a Fiend?
No, he's not.
Okay, so he doesn't get an extra one. Let me get my Smitey Smite. Level 4?
4, yeah.
Excuse me.
No, Smith. It will be 5d8.
So this is his base attack roll for the damage. So yeah, Byrn takes 30 damage.
Okay.
And that was the first of his attacks.
Correct.
Okay.
So Sanctuary, if he's attacking again. Yep.
Sanctuary.
The disadvantage.
14
14
will miss.
Yep.
Go.
Let's see. Is this what I think it is? So, mirror image, I only have one little dude left. Sanctuary is fine as long as I don't attack him, but I might need to do that. Concentration is still a pretty cool effect, so I might want to leave that for a bit. But he ouchies a little bit too much to just be super passive. So I think I will switch to attacking him. So Sanctuary will be going away, which means he doesn't have the wisdom save to miss. Ugh. Granted, he's making those very easily.
He is. Still obnoxious, but yeah.
Yeah. So I can switch to a mace and a shield. Does the shield do it? Does. Okay. So I guess I will draw mace and shield. And
It does take your action to wield those items.
It takes my action to equip them.
Yes. If they weren't equipped on your person at the start of the fight, then yes.
Okay. So I take 6 seconds and pull the mace off my hip and my shield.
Yep. So your AC is going to go up, but your sanctuary is not going to go away because you technically haven't attacked yet.
And that takes action, so I can't do a defensive action, but that's fine. And you said what's going to change?
You can move if you want. Your AC, if you're getting a shield equipped.
Yeah, I did. I checked it and it changed. So I've still not attacked, so Sanctuary is still technically there, right?
Yep, exactly.
Okay. Alright. So if that is my turn, that is my turn.
You could move away, but...
I mean, he'll just move up towards me.
True.
So, yeah, I guess that's my turn.
Alright. So, seeing that he finally made it through, and that you're at least somewhat resilient, he's actually not going to attack you this turn. And he is going to ready himself, and you'll see a flash of magic, and his movements will get faster as he casts haste on himself.
I don't like that.
Good luck.
Go.
Clerics don't have the spell kind of stuff. Well, actually they do, but that, yeah, no, I didn't think that kind of thing.
I believe haste is a minute for concentration or something.
I
Oh,
doubt
also-
it's concentration.
Also, speaking of which, you just took 30 damage. Make me a constitution save.
On save.
Good. Okay, you're fine. Otherwise, Spirit Guardians would go poof.
That'd be annoying. Don't do that.
Whenever you take damage, while having a concentration spell up, you lose concentration on it if you fail the constitution save.
I mean, it makes sense.
I just forgot about it there for a minute. And he hasn't really hit you since you did Spirit Guardians for me to remember it really before, so not very hard anyway.
So, I hate that he's so good at wisdom saves. That's most of what I do.
Yep. Paladins versus clerics. It's kind of funny that way.
Yeah. That sucks. Alright. So, I guess I will melee him.
Cool. Go for it.
Does not hit very hard at all, because I'm a weak thing. Nope.
I love that it says mace. That's funny. Alright.
Oh. That's what I click for damage. Never mind. Ignore that. I was like, why is it purple button? Anyway. So I only get one swing because I'm not a super melee buffy class.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I guess that's it. So I guess Sanctuary is now poof.
You tried
Spirit
to attack.
Guardians is Huh?
You tried to attack, so Sanctuary, go proof.
Yeah. So Spirit Guardians is still a thing, and I still have one clone.
Mm-hmm. So, Wisdom save for your Spirit Guardians. You will take half damage.
Half of 23.
So, 12. No,
11.
11. Yeah. Math. And then he doesn't have to deal with Sanctuary because you got rid of that. And so he is going to smack you. You didn't do the dodge action, so it's normal. Though you do have a duplicate. So,
No.
12. Your AC is
To
pretty
attack.
high. 12 to attack you, yes.
So I guess I have to do. Do I have to designate?
No, you don't.
I guess I do. Huh?
I mean, you technically don't. If the AC is 12, so you could roll for a duplicate, yeah. But if he hits, if you miss the,
I would prefer him hitting me if I have the option because it's a miss.
Yeah, I'll take it that way. That's fine. It's weird that it says that. I don't know. Anyway.
Does it? That's what I was asking.
I don't think it does.
Mirror image.
But it says each time you attack, you gotta roll.
Yeah. Okay. Yay! It does not hit him. It hits me. Have to be an 11 or higher.
which is then a miss.
Yeah.
So roll the next one, which would just miss you anyway, so it doesn't matter. Never mind. Third one. Boom. That hits you.
Yep.
Hits you or duplicate.
Me. It has to be 11 or higher.
Okay. So, hey, Riven or Sam,
Yes.
smite again.
For what level?
4.
It's gonna be 5d8.
So I will roll it.
Oh, do you want me to roll it?
No, I got it. Thank you. I was just.
I can-
wanting
I-
to- You could roll it. That'd be fine. That'd be fun.
Okay, fine. Let's me help.
Riven's beating me up.
Silver is actually. She's the one that has smite.
Yeah, so 18 plus whatever the. Wait, yeah, just 18. Riven smites evil.
I'm not evil. I misunderstood.
Somehow Riven is holy now?
So you are taking
22.
22. Yes.
Okay.
And yeah, that is his turn. Go.
See, everything cool has wisdom save.
You take 22 damage. Roll your concentration.
That'll be
con-
an 11.
Con save. 6. Spirit Guardian, go poof.
Okay. See, I feel like I'm just going to whiff because of his saves. That sucks.
While annoying, you have not actually got him to half health yet. You got him pretty close though, technically.
Yeah.
Come on, just hit him. Give it a shot.
I did. I swung for like nothing.
Do it again.
It just passing my turn does the same thing.
I mean, you could dodge. That's a little different.
I did that. He still hit me
Yes.
for like 11d8 or something.
It's fine.
The different spell slot does not matter, so fine, make your save.
Oh. Okay. 16, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pass.
Why won't
Alright.
you just hit him?
Because he doesn't.
Did you not see where I did that before?
Alright,
Yes,
so-
and I saw it was his turn, and then it was your turn again.
Okay, so fire, roar. Cool,
Ooh.
cool. I'm down with this. Roll to see if it hits your duplicate.
No.
It does not hit your difficulty. So it's hitting you.
What levels? What level smite?
What is this then? Level 4 was
5d8.
5d8. So I'll roll it this time because it's funner. 5d8 plus his normal is a 6d8 plus being crit is
Double.
double. I've also not been adding his strength on these damage rolls earlier. Whoops.
Ew.
That's okay. It's fine. Boom!
Okay. I'm still technically
So
alive.
he rolled it. He smite you at level 5.
Yeah. So, oh, and that was his first attack. 16.
No.
Roll for clone.
Yeah. No.
So he missed.
He missed.
23. He hit. Roll for clone.
How many attacks does he get?
3. Now.
Oh, right, haste. He hits me.
You're not looking so hot, so he's not gonna smite.
Does not matter. It does matter. I'm still alive.
I mean, technically you'd be dead anyway because I've been forgetting to add his strength to the attack rolls. But okay.
So wait, you're also, don't you need to add strength to his damage rolls?
I mean, that's what I meant. Damage rolls.
Oh, okay. So it's 2 plus what?
I've just not been adding them. His strength would technically be 3, but it's fine. I'll give you another turn, Byrn. Go for it.
I will appease the peanut gallery because they have so much faith in me. Your turn.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh man, I was hoping you could actually hit.
He tried.
I know. I want him to succeed.
You know what?
I did that instead of anything that could have potentially succeeded. Granted, everything else is a wisdom save that he would trump, so yeah.
So...
Sorry, buddy. I just want to see you actually hit him and do damage.
You know what? He knows that you're on your last leg, and he wants this to be honorable.
I didn't give up.
No, you haven't
Nope.
given. No, you haven't given.
Out of character, I did, but
So he is going to drop haste, and he is going to
flick me on the nose.
no. Actually, this is funny. He is going to this. What does this save? Wisdom save. Roll me a wisdom save.
To channel Byrn and not myself.
Hey.
Ah, you did it! Hooray! His turn's done. Your turn.
You can do it.
I'm not hitting melee button pass, okay? I'm probably screwed either way, but yeah, I could do that too, but that's not really fortune-like. So, hey, you know what? Do that again.
Okay.
Hold person. You made it by 1. Nope.
Wisdom save.
You almost had it. Are you just gonna try to hold each other?
You said wisdom save?
Wisdom save. Go.
Yay! Okay. Matter. So I think it's this. Because at higher levels it's this. So it's this. Go ahead and blow this because my one cure that I prepared is awesome and it doesn't matter. So Spirit Shroud at 5th level.
Blah blah blah. Any attack you make deals an extra 1d8 when you hit.
It'd be Radiant. If they take damage, they cannot regain hit points until the start of my next turn. Any creature of my choice that I can see that starts its turn within 10 feet of me has its speed reduced by 10.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And because I did 5th level, it's 3d8 extra damage.
Is that a
Cool.
base? Is that a base cleric thing, or a you cleric thing?
That is a base cleric thing, apparently. It's below my dotted lines.
Okay.
So I'm guessing it's
Cool.
basically
Cool.
necromancy thing.
It's a bonus action, so you can strike or try to.
That is a bonus action. I did not even read that. I'm sitting here like pass, die. Okay. So that's a bonus action. Alright. And it's going to take my entire action to equip a bow.
Technically, yes.
Alright. I will equip my bow.
You move?
There's no point. No.
There's an AC drop. Sure you want to do that?
Yep.
Might survive another round.
Okay. So, as a bonus action, mind you, it is an action to equip a weapon or armor or shield or whatever. Technically, it's even longer to equip armor, especially if it's heavy.
Well,
But-
yeah. Armor can take like minutes.
Yeah. It is a bonus action for him to do what he's going to do. Roll me a wisdom save as he casts the same spell he's been trying to cast, and he's going to use a bonus action to drop his shield. Wisdom save. No.
Okay.
Command. Strike!
What'd he say?
Strike.
He's commanding me to
strike.
attack?
Yes.
Yep.
At least I don't have to use that stupid throwaway mace.
Go.
And I only get one shot because I'm not a cool melee class.
You also probably, if
So-
you want to use your bow, you want to back up.
Alright, fine.
Because technically, striking with a bow in melee is disadvantage.
Gotcha. So, I do the politically correct version of a 5-foot step backwards and then I attack him, I guess. It would be a normal attack, I'm assuming. Straight attack.
Yep.
17.
17 will hit because he dropped his shield.
He would not get sneak damage, right? I don't think I have any way of getting sneak damage on him.
Not really, no.
No.
So you struck. Hooray. Good job.
Hey.
Command fulfilled.
Pretty much, yeah. Spirit Shroud. Damage.
Oh! Right. Hold on. I need to pull this up because I don't remember it. Spirit Shroud, I said 3d8, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he takes 4 piercing and 11 radiant.
He is at just about half health. Yay!
Oh, jeez.
Alright. So, upon that, he is going to, yeah, why not? He is going to sort of get a firmer grip on his sword that he can now choose to use two-handed because he doesn't have a shield anymore. And he's going to get a better grip on it. There's going to be a flash of magic, yay, and he is going to come at you swinging. Sorry. 10. You missed. 24. He hit.
Um,
Oh yeah, you're.
so can I do this?
You can. Yes. So, let's see. When attacked by creatures, blah 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 blah. To impose disadvantage, so he has to roll again.
Yeah, so he comes up to attack me, he misses, and he goes for a second swing, and there's a
Flash.
blinding flash in his face.
And then he misses again. Nice. Here we go.
So, yeah, he's going to, I'm going to take a step back again. I'm going to sort of narrow my eyes at him, resisting the urge to blink one eye, then add the other, then unblink the one, then unblink the other. Yeah. Let's see. Gotta muster something intense here.
I mean, he pretty much got you, but yeah.
I know, but I can't let it end this way. I can't let you stand in my way. And I will shoot and hopefully not miss.
22. That is a hit.
So I am utilizing the Oathbow's special ability. I told him that I can't let him stand in my way.
Yep.
So in addition to 9 piercing, I still get the 3d8 other, right?
Yep.
So 9 piercing, 17 radiant, and an additional 13 piercing.
Why didn't you lead with that? Come on. Alright. And you will strike with your bow, and he's... That's more like it. Why didn't you lead with that? Putting the phrase that I just said in character.
I figured.
And swing.
Miss.
You still have clones, or are they gone?
I guess he technically never. You're right. Slash
Yeah.
R.
That's
It hits the clone.
Yep.
Yep. Dead clone.
16.
16 miss.
To you.
So back to me.
Yep.
As I ready the arrow, or knock the arrow, whatever the term is. I didn't want to have to. 22.
Yep.
So 7, 3d8. Come on, stupid computer / R. 3d8. Radiant. So 7 piercing, 13 radiant, and 3d6. And another 9 piercing.
Alright. And that's that. He'll fall.
Really?
Actually, he'll fall to his knee, drop. That's more like it. As he picks himself back up, because half orc. And there we go. He will hold his hand up. It could have gone better, but I think he deserves another weapon. And that'll end the duel.
I would cure him as a show of good sportsmanship, but I literally don't have a 5th level spell slot to cure with.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So
I will help him up if he requires, or shake hand or whatever as appropriate.
all right, and then Locke, you will have seen that entire confrontation. You, Brian, did not see it, so it's fine.
But it is significant, but only to Locke.
Hey, Locke.
Right.
Locke.
Yes.
Roll me a perception check.
I mean, if there's anything in particular that Locke would have noticed that I wouldn't have that's meaningfully important, you can just tell me.
I know, but
Locke was paying attention.
there's something.
It's
something
if
that
you
I-
notice. It's
there's
if he
something
would
that I
notice.
haven't said. Okay, no.
Cool.
However, Locke isn't the only one watching.
This,
Go, Oak, go.
but instead of that, could I instead recommend that Locke gets advantage because I'm at my very limit?
Fair enough. And Oak would technically be helping. Roll again, Locke. There we go.
20 this time instead of 5.
Alright.
Yeah, at least it's not a 2.
Do you want me to type it to him, or do you want to say it out loud?
You notice that Byrn appears to be covered in, like, tar, something black. You would assume for him getting the snot beat out of him like he did, that he would be very red. He's not very red.
So are you saying that his blood is black?
Yes.
Yes.
Can I roll an Arcana or any other kind of check to see if I know what the fuck is up with that?
Sure.
Would that be like history?
Riven and Hollis knew he was weird.
21.
Yeah, something's weird about that. Roll history.
Okay. I don't have anything in history. 21 in Arcana, 9 in history.
So, what I will say is, yeah, there's something very strange about that. It's not necessarily magical from what you know. However, given his appearance and his demeanor of saying, you know, I'm a half-elf, half-elves don't bleed black.
I would know this. I'm a half-elf.
Exactly, yes. There's also something
Okay,
else...
okay.
There's also
Okay,
something
Fen
else...
Harel, we're gonna have words here in a bit.
There's also something very important. That's
I've got
something that you might not have caught yourself.
What?
You are half-elf. He is half-elf. Right?
Yeah.
His blood's black. You have dark vision, he doesn't.
Yep. This was totally stated.
What is he?
Anyway.
Is he even a he?
What the fuck are you? Are you a changeling? Are you a polymorph?
Anywho, we'll get to that.
I get progressively more candy.
Do you yell at that out loud?
No.
No.
Okay.
That was out of character.
No, but it's funny to be like, are you okay, Locke?
Oh,
If it was in character, Locke would have just gone, "What are you?" and called it a day, because that's just kind of thing he does now.
it's also worth noting, though you would assume that people would be weirded out by the fact that his blood is black, the people at this temple aren't.
Oh, they know what he is, don't they?
Yep.
Oh no.
All right.
That's why I felt like it made more sense to give Locke advantage on perceiving versus having someone randomly say something, because I don't feel like they would.
No, they're not. They don't even bring it up at all. Alright, so, following that, we will do, it is 3 o'clock. Is Locke going to discuss that with Byrn along their travels? Or is he going to wait?
I will wait to bring it up until we're out of the temple and more or less in the private of the wilderness. I'm not going to bring it up in the temple, though.
Okay, that's what I thought. So, in light of that, we have, effectively, and with him doing decent and doing cool, had a Byrn episode.
Yay!
Yeah, we got more or less.
Hooray! Oh, by the way, his blood's black. That's not weird at all. It's fine.
Perfectly normal.
Perfectly.
Perfectly normal. Martin Byrn.
He wanted to be passive and slowly chip down his opponent. Okay, fine, I'll be vicious. Didn't give me a choice.
Yeah. It was kind of funny. But Sam made a good point. They would want it to be an honorable duel to the death. And yes, you're dealing damage. Yes, you're not breaking any rules of the duel or whatever. But that's not near as fun. Command, strike.
I'm sorry.
Made sense to me.
It makes sense to me too. They started off by saying no tactics are really banned, so that to me said cheese is welcome.
Indeed, yes. And
And
that was,
when he starts to look haggard, I go up and I'm like, okay, fine, poke, 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 poke.
it is a solid tactic. It is a solid strategy. It's fine.
I'm not supposed to be a tank. I'm supposed to be like that guy in the back that everyone ignores.
Yes. So.
Onward.
Let's do. This has been Shadows from Brian, and join us next time can be Sam. Sure.
This has been Shadows of Gradiriel.
What is Byrn?
Yes. I love it.